Hey everybody, Joe with Joe Knows Cryptos making the daily crypto video update. I did actually make a video earlier, but I was a little hot. When I say hot, I mean upset and angry, and I kind of went off on the video. And it was based on this guy, this congressman from California, Sherman, who said he wants to have a cryptocurrency ban. He wants to propose a bill to ban cryptocurrencies. What a nerve. You see, these people, what they want to do is they want to take our freedoms. I'm going to preach on this every time I hear it. Our speech, right to carry guns, banning cryptocurrencies, how we can think, how we can talk, what we can say, who gets censored, who can talk, who can't talk. This is America. It's not communist China. If we want to own cryptocurrencies, we're going to own cryptocurrencies. And if that bill ever gets proposed and passes, I demand all of you, along with me, to be in front of the White House and D.C. and Congress protesting and just giving these people hell, because they've got no right to do what they're doing. These Congress people, they can do all the insider trading they want. They go into politics, middle class, upper middle class people, and walk out with tens of millions of dollars. That doesn't happen by mistake. They've got advantages that we don't, and now they want to try and take away our advantage. Screw that, man. Screw that. People are ridiculous. And of course, hey, if you're from California, I'm sorry, but of course, it just figures that this guy is from California. He's probably a controlled shill by the elite. I saw a video where they showed his donors. His top 5 donors are all banks, or banking entities that are afraid of cryptocurrencies. They're afraid. They are afraid of what Bitcoin and Litecoin and other cryptocurrencies are going to do to their monetary system, because that's the only thing they have now to control us and their grip. They're losing their grip on us because we're awake. It's the Great Awakening. People are getting a taste for real freedom, or they're getting a taste for freedoms being taken away, and they don't like it, and they're rejecting it big time. So we've got market cap going up. Last I checked, it was 194. I'm sorry, 94 billion. And hey, it's good news. It's good news, guys. Bitcoin, like I said, is going to start moving, and it's moving. I've been right on so many calls, and I don't want to toot my own horn and brag, but pretty much to the day that I said Bitcoin, you should probably pick up some Bitcoin, it went up. The day before I said you should pick up some Ethereum went up. Everybody, I'm going to have some losers along the way too, guys, and this is not financial advice, but man, I've just been having feelings about what's going to do what and what's going to do well, and Litecoin is not done moving by any means. From what I hear, we've got Fidelity coming out in the next couple of weeks. That may be a derivative-backed market, but it's going to bring people in that have not had exposure to cryptocurrencies, and they're going to have Litecoin on there. They're going to have Bitcoin and Litecoin, maybe Ethereum, maybe one or two others, but that's basically going to be it. And once people find out that it's so much more beneficial to actually hold the cryptocurrency in a wallet, or even on an exchange, just to get started, preferably, of course, on a wallet, a cold storage wallet, but it's going to bring people into cryptocurrencies that have not been exposed to it, and they're going to see, the stock market right now is again on shaky ground. Of course, it seems whatever it gets up to this point, it pulls back, and it pulls back pretty hard, pretty strong, and then it goes up, and then once it hits a certain point, it can't seem to break through to new all-time highs now. At the point that it's at, I mean, it gets near them or maybe hits them, maybe goes up a little bit, but then as soon as it does, it like boop, right back down. Silver, gold aren't doing anything. People putting their money in silver and gold as a hedge are losing money too, because they're going down in value. Bonds aren't yielding anything, like under 2.5% for almost every single bond from the 1 month up to the 30-year. I mean, how can you make any money? That doesn't even keep up with inflation. If they say inflation is 3%, they're like 2.3, 2.2%. So the bonds aren't even keeping up with inflation. And inflation is going to be more than 3%. A lot of times it is. Most of the time it is. They say it's 3%, but I think people are going to start waking up and seeing that cryptocurrencies, and of course Bitcoin and Litecoin, my two favorites right now, and even Ethereum, like I mentioned, are going to be the going to benefit from this the most. So, guys, don't worry about Litecoin. I know it's kind of stalling here right around 76, but I've said it in other videos. You know how Litecoin works. It kind of hovers around, and you start wondering what's going on, and then bam, it goes up for like a week straight, and it goes up, like doubles in price. It makes huge moves out of the blue. It just takes off. So yeah, now I also I usually like to buy on the dips, as you probably heard me say. So what I like to do is when I see the market makes a run and then it starts to dip down, I don't buy it as soon as it dips down. I don't buy it when it's still dipping even further, when it's hey, it's dipped, it's made a correction 10%. I don't buy then, because you don't know how big the dip is going to be. I buy it when you see that market cap start to level out, when you see the cryptocurrency start to level out and even start to make a slight tick upward. Doesn't work every time, but it helps you from buying when it starts to dip and then it drops another 5% or another 10% or 15%, and you bought here when it only dipped 7% or 8% because you were hoping that was the the bottom of the dip. I like to see once it starts to level, once those numbers start to level off, then I buy in on the dip. Doesn't mean it's not going to dip some more, but at least I'm not trying to catch a falling knife. At least it's landed and I can now grab it. Now if it falls again, hey, that's part of the game, right? Nothing you can do about that. So but Bitcoin went up, it hit 6,000, and you know what? I was like, man, I don't own enough Bitcoin, and not that I have a lot of money to buy a lot, but I had some money from work, and I split it evenly down the middle, and I used half of it to buy Bitcoin, the other half of it to buy more Litecoin. So getting closer to my goals every day on how much I want to own of each, and I just hope, like I said, they don't run away from me, because at a moment's notice, Bitcoin and Litecoin can freaking moon, man, and they're going to moon, and they're going to be guys, I don't even want to guesstimate on how much they're going to be worth one day, but once the mad scramble starts, it's going to be it's almost going to be impossible to find a Bitcoin to buy, especially, or a Litecoin. Once these halvenings go in and they're only producing half as many Bitcoin and half as many Litecoins, people want to get them and they can't get them because there's just not enough being mined. Forget about it. They'll be paying through the nose for Bitcoin and Litecoin. Let me touch on Ethereum real quick, because I always have people commenting on here. What about XRP? Not on Ethereum, excuse me, on XRP, because I always have people asking me, what do you think of XRP? What about XRP? What's going on with XRP? Comment on XRP. So many people out there got their brains hooked on XRP. Let me tell you something. Don't fall in love with any token or anything. When I was in real estate, in the beginning, I used to get nervous when I had a house. We were going through the negotiations and we were getting pretty close to finalizing everything, and then if somebody came back with another offer, usually the seller came back, and they were still high, they didn't come down off the price that they were offered very much, I used to get kind of nervous. But 9 times out of 10, when people put an offer in on that house, they've already fallen in love with it, and they'll pay full price for it practically, unless it's a real buyer's market and there's plenty of inventory out there and they can get a house similar down the street.